Welcome to English Guru YouTube channel. Please click the red subscribe button and press the bell icon to receive all notifications about my new video lectures.
Good morning students, welcome back to 11th part of new series of video lectures which comprises multiple choice type questions on English literature from Anglo-saxon to 20th century, and I hope it will be very helpful for your upcoming TGT, PGT and UGC-NET exams along with other English teachers recruitment exams. Okay, now let's start. Which of the following work by John Milton is a classic defense of liberty of unlicensed printing to the Parliament of England? Option A, Of Reformation, published in 1641. Option B, Areopagitica, published in 1644. Option C, Iconoclast, published in 1649. And option D, Defensio Secunda, published in 1654. So here correct option is B, Areopagitica. Areopagitica is a work by John Milton and it is a classic defense of liberty of unlicensed printing to the Parliament of England. Alright, let's see next question. Which of the following work by John Milton is concerned with the constitutional questions and the rights of the people against tyrants? Option A, The Tenure of Kings and Magistrates, published in 1648. Option B, Defense of the People of England, published in 1651. Option C, The Second Defense of the English People, published in 1654. And option D, none of these. Here, between 1646 and 1648, King Charles I was defeated and imprisoned, escaped to renew the civil war, and was finally defeated again. He was brought to trial on January 20, 1649, and executed 10 days later, that was 30th January 1649. A fortnight after the execution, there appeared the first of Milton's third series of pamphlets concerned with the constitutional questions and the rights of the people against tyrants. This was the tenure of kings and magistrates. Here, correct option will be A. The tenure of kings and magistrates. It is a work by John Milton which is concerned with constitutional questions and the rights of the people against tyrants. Alright, let's see next question. Second treatise on civil government is a work by option A, Thomas Hobbes, option B, John Locke, option C, Rousseau, and option D, none of these. Here, correct option will be B, John Locke. Second treatise on civil government is a work by John Locke. Alright, let's see next question. In which year John Milton accepted the office of Secretary for Foreign Tongues to the Commonwealth's Council of State? Let's see options. Option A 1647, option B 1648, option C 1649, and option D 1650. In March 1649, John Milton was appointed Latin Secretary to the Council of State. The post was also called Secretary for Foreign Tongues. Here correct option is C, 1649. In 1649, John Milton accepted the office of Secretary for Foreign Tongues to the Commonwealth Council of State. Alright. Now let's see next question. The Hill of Enchantment, the story of my life as a writer, is a work by Option A, Vikram Seth. Option B, Anita Desai. Option C, Ruskin Bond. And option D, Rajarao. Your correct option is C, Ruskin Bond. The Hill of Enchantment, the story of my life as a writer, is a work by Ruskin Bond. Alright, let's see next question. When was Charles II formally restored to his kingdoms and proclaimed King of Great Britain and Ireland? Option A, 14th April 1660. Option B, 14th May 1660. Option C, 14th June 1660. And option D, 14th July 1660. On 14th May 1660, Charles II was formally restored to his kingdoms and proclaimed King of Great Britain and Ireland. Here correct option is B, 14th May 1660. Okay, let's see next question. With whom does John Milton compares himself in the state of his blindness? Option A, blind Thamris. Option B, blind Meunites. Option C, Tiresias and Phineas. And option D, all of these. Let me explain it. John Milton's left eye began to go in 1644 and he became totally blind by 1652. In the state of his blindness, he compares himself with blind Thamris, blind Meunites, and Tiresias and Phineas at the beginning of Book 3 of Paradise Lost, who were the four blind prophets from Greek literature. Here, correct option is D, all of these. Okay, now let's see next question. Which of the following sonnet tradition did John Milton follow in his English sonnets? Option A, Elizabethan sonnet tradition. Option B, Petrarchan sonnet tradition. Option C, Shakespearean sonnet tradition. And option D, Spenserian sonnet tradition. Milton wrote sonnets intermittently throughout his life. He used the sonnet form with an originality and a variety which mark him out as one of the great sonnetiers of England, but he did not go back to the Elizabethan sonneteering tradition, which was dead by Milton's time. He went to Italy independently, adopting the Petrarchan, not the Shakespearean form, and in doing so, giving a new vitality to the English sonnet. He seems to have been influenced by the Italian sonneteer, poet, and diplomat Giovanni della Casa in his shaping of the sonnet. Here, correct option is B, Petrarchan sonnet tradition. Alright, let's see next question. Which of the following is John Milton's eloquent and moving sonnet about his dead second wife? Option A, Lady that in the prime of earliest youth. Option B, How soon hath time, the subtle thief of youth? Option C, On the late massacre in Piedmont. And option D, Methought I saw my late spouse sent. So, Methought I saw my late spouse sent, also known as Sonnet 23rd by John Milton, is a simply eloquent and moving sonnet about his dead second wife, Catherine Woodcock, who died in childbirth in February 1658. Here, correct option will be D. Methought I saw my late spouse sent. Methought I saw my late spouse sent is John Milton's eloquent and moving sonnet about his dead second wife, and her name was Catherine Woodcock. Alright, let's see next question. Which of the following works is not written by John Milton? Option A, History of Britain. Option B, De Doctrina Christina. Option C, Religio Medici. And option D, Areopagitica. Let me explain it. History of Britain began in the 1640s and published in 1670. The Latin work De Doctrina Christina of Christian Doctrine and Areopagitica are works by John Milton. The Latin manuscript De Doctrina was found in 1823 and published in 1825. Religio Medici is not written by John Milton, it's work by Sir Thomas Browne. So here option C will be correct. Religio Medici. Alright. Next question. In the opening invocation of the Paradise Lost, Oreb refers to option A, Ionian, option B, Mount Horeb, option C, Silola, and option D, Spirit. Here, correct option is B, Mount Horeb. In the opening invocation of the Paradise Lost, Horeb refers to Mount Horeb. Alright, let's see next question. Touchstone method is associated with option A, John Dryden, option B, Oscar Wilde, option C, Matthew Arnold, and option D, T.S. Eliot. The touchstone method is a literary criticism method introduced by Matthew Arnold in his essay Study of Poetry. Here correct option is C. Matthew Arnold. Next question. To whom did Rabindranath Tagore dedicate the English translation of his poem Gitanjali? Option A. V.S. Naipaul. Option B. Charles Freer Andrews, option C. W. Bates, and option D. William Rothenstein. The English version of Gitanjali, Song Offerings, was first published by India Society London in 1912 and was dedicated to William Rothenstein. The introduction of English version of Gitanjali was written by William Butler Yeats. Here correct option is D. William Rothenstein. Alright. Next question. Which of the following statement or statements are correct? Statement 1. Samson Agonists is a tragic closet drama by John Milton. Statement 2. It appeared with the publication of Milton's Paradise Regained in 1671. Option A, statement first. Option B, statement second. Option C, statement first and second. And option D, none of these. Here, correct option is C, statement 1 and 2. Here, both statements are correct. So, option C will be correct here. Alright, now let's see next question. Which of the following characters appear before Samson in Samson Agonist to represent different temptations? Option A, Manoah. Option B, Delilah. Option C, Harfa. And option D, all of these. Let me explain it. Samson Agonist is the only successful Greek tragedy in English. The theme of the play is the process of Samson's recovery, and each of the characters who visit him, his father Manoah, his wife Delilah, the Philistine giant Harpha, and the Philistine officer represent different temptations. Here, correct option will be D, all of these. Next question. Which of the following statement or statements are correct? Statement 1. Vernacular literature is writing that uses the language of the common people or the vernacular. Statement 2. It can provide a historical perspective because it reflects the writing and speaking of the general public. Let's see the options. Option A, statement 1. Option B, statement 2. Option C, statement 1 and 2. And option D, none of these. Here, correct option is C, statement 1 and 2. Here, both statements are correct. Alright, now let's see next question. Match the following works with their writers and choose the correct option given below. So here, Golden Legend is written by Jacobs the Origin. The Repressor of Over Much Blaming of the Clergy is written by Reginald Peacock. Maud de Arthur is written by Thomas Mallory. Dialogue of Comfort Against Tribulation is written by Thomas More. And Acts and Monuments is written by John Fox. So your correct option will be D, A fifth, B fourth, C third, D second, and E first. Alright, let's see next question. Thomas North's Lives of the Noble Grecians and Romans, published in 1579, translated from Plutarch's via the French version of Jacques Amyot, is an option A, earliest masterpiece of English prose. Option B, earliest masterpiece of English poetry. Option C, earliest masterpiece of English drama. And option D, earliest masterpiece of English novel. Here, correct option is A, earliest masterpiece of English prose. Thomas North's Lives of the Noble Grecians and Romans, translated from Plutarch's via the French version of Jacques Amyot, is an earliest masterpiece of English prose. Here A option is correct. Alright. Next question. Which of the following statement or statements is are correct? Statement 1. A novella is a work of fiction that is longer than short story but shorter than a novel. Statement 2. The word novella comes from the Italian word novella, which is the feminine form of novello, meaning new. Let's see the options. Option A, statement 1. Option B, statement 2. Option C, statement 1 and 2. And option D, none of these. Here, both statements are correct. So, option C will be correct here. Statement 1 and 2. Alright, now let's see next question. Who first translated the Bible from the original languages Hebrew and Greek into English? Let's see the options. Option A, John Wycliffe. Option B, William Tyndale. Option C, King James First. And option D, Miles Coverdale. Let me explain it. William Tyndale, who was born in 1494 and died in 1536, was the first person to translate the Bible into English from the original Hebrew and Greek. It was published in 1529. Here, correct option will be B. William Tyndale. William Tyndale first translated the Bible from the original languages Hebrew and Greek into English. Alright, let's see next question. The authorized version of Bible was published in the year option A 1609, option B 1610, option C 1611, and option D 1612. When James I ascended the throne in 1603, he appointed a company of learned men consisting of the most competent Hebrew and Greek scholars available to prepare a great new revision of the Bible. This work began in 1604 and completed in 1611. Here, correct option is C, 1611. The authorized version of Bible was published in the year 1611. Okay, let's see next question. The King of the Dark Chamber, published in 1910, is a play by option A, Sri Aurobindo, option B, Girish Karnad, option C, E.P. Kailasam, and option D, R.N. Tagore. Here, correct option is D, Ravindranath Tagore. The King of the Dark Chamber published in 1910, is a play by Ravindranath Tagore. Here D option will be correct, R.N. Tagore. Okay. Next question. The Schoolmaster by Roger Ascham is option A patriotic treatise, option B, a political treatise, option C, an educational treatise, and option D, none of these. So, the Schoolmaster by Roger Ascham, published after his death in 1570, is an educational treatise. It is concerned first with the practical details of teaching, advocating gentleness and patience instead of the rod, and secondly, with the method of teaching Latin. Here, correct option is C, an educational treatise. Okay, let's see next question. Match the following works with their writers and choose the correct option given below. The Heart of Sedition, William Harrison. The Art of Rhetoric, Sir John Checkey. The Description of England, Thomas Wilson. The Survey of London, John Stowe. So here the Heart of Sedition is written by Sir John Checkey. The Art of Rhetoric is written by Thomas Wilson. The Description of England is written by William Harrison, and The Survey of London is written by John Stowe. Here, correct option will be C, A second, B third, C first, and D fourth. Okay, now let's see next question. The Anatomy of Absurdity, published in 1589, is a work by option A, Thomas Laws, option B, Thomas Nash, option C, Gabriel Harvey, and option D, Philip Stubbs. Here, correct option is B, Thomas Nash. The Anatomy of Absurdity, published in 1589, is a work by Thomas Nash. Alright, let's see next question. The Unfortunate Traveler, or The Life of Jack Wilton, is a picaresque novel by option A, Thomas Laws, option B, Thomas Nash, option C, Robert Greene, and option D, John Lilly. The Unfortunate Traveler, or The Life of Jack Wilton, is the first picaresque novel in English written by Thomas Nash and published in 1594. The novel is set during the reign of Henry VIII. Here, correct option will be B, Thomas Nash. Okay, now let's see next question. Which of the following tales by Thomas Deloney deals with the shoemakers and contains the tale which Thomas Dekker used as the plot of his play The Shoemaker's Holiday? Let's see the options. Option A, Jack of Newbury. Option B, The Gentle Craft. Option C, Thomas of Reading. And option D, none of these. Let me explain it. Jack of Newbury, The Gentle Craft, and Thomas of Reading all were written in the 1590s by the Elizabethan writer of prose fiction Thomas Deloney. Jack of Newbury deals with the weavers. The hero is a heroic weaver who rises to become a famous and wealthy clothier, employing large number of people. The Gentle Craft deals with the shoemakers and contains the tale which Thomas Dekker used as the plot of his play The Shoemaker's Holiday. Here correct option will be B, The Gentle Craft. Alright, now next question is, which of the following is not correctly matched? Option A, Discovery of Guiana, Sir Walter Raleigh. Option B, The Revenge, Thomas Cartwright. Option C, Ecclesiastical Polity, Richard Hooker. And option D, The Wonderful Year by Thomas Dekker. So, The Revenge, Ballad of the Fleet is a poem by Alfred Lord Tennyson. So, here correct option will be B. Here B option is not correctly matched. Okay, now let's see next question. Which of the following works was written by Francis Bacon? Option A, Advancement of Learning, published in 1605. Option B, Novum Organum, published in 1620. Option C, The Great Instauration, published in 1620. And option D, all of these. So here correct option will be D, all of these. Here all are written by Francis Bacon. So option D will be correct here. Alright. Now next question. Which of the following works by Francis Bacon contains the famous account of the four classes of idols which beset men's minds? Let's see the options. Option A, the Novum Organum. Option B, the Great Instauration. Option C, Advancement of Learning. And option D, the New Atlantis. Let me explain it. The work by Francis Bacon that contains the famous account of the four classes of idols which beset men's minds is called Novum Organum. In Novum Organum, Bacon discusses these idols as obstacles to clear thinking and scientific understanding, categorizing them as idols of the tribe, idols of the cave, idols of the marketplace, and idols of the theater. So, your correct option will be A. A option is correct here. Alright students, that's all about today's class. In my next video lecture, I will discuss some more important questions. Till then, take care. Goodbye.